Is it correct to say, he got a fatal injury in the accident, when there is a possibility that the person's life will be saved? I would like to know whether fatal injury means 1. An injury which causes a death, 2. An injury which almost causes a death but not necessarily does, or 3. Both, 1, and 2, depending on the context. I am confused because several Japanese English dictionaries give fatal injury as a translation of both chimaisho and hinshi no jusho, while chimaisho means 1 and hinshi no jusho means 2. I am aware of another question about the word fatal, but it does not answer my question. Edit. I changed the title of the question because the former title resulted in an ambiguity which I did not intend.
In any normal context, a fatal injury is one which either has already led to death, or appears certain to do so. There will be rare circumstances where that appearance of impending death turns out to be mistaken, but in retrospect this would constitute a misuse of the word fatal. The normal term for injuries which may well result in death is life-threatening injuries. With due regard to at Hackworth, when and if it becomes apparent that a person who suffered a life-threatening injury will in fact survive, that could then be called a near-fatal injury. In loose speech, people also use this expression for an injury which is not in fact life-threatening, but which could easily have been so had it been slightly different. For example, a knife wound very close to the carotid artery.
As a medical professional, I think the context should be taken into account. While I agree with Fumblefingers in principle, I think the speaker may have something to do with the meaning. The official definition of fatal is adjective, resulting in or capable of causing death. So to answer the question posed, if a person suffers a fatal injury, is there a possibility that the person's life will be saved? The answer would be a yes if they are alive at the time of the question. So, in the context of the Japanese words you posted, if the person is dead and you are describing the injury, then Jimingshang is correct. If the person is alive and survival is possible or likely, then Binsi no Zhongshang is more correct.
Option 1 is correct. A fatal or mortal injury does inevitably lead to death. Option 2 would be a near-fatal injury. Option 3 can never be true.
We would say, he's in critical condition, or he has sustained critical injuries.
For much more channel, please consider subscribing.